Oh, I had to scratch my ear before we went live. All right, what is going on, everybody? Frank here for the Bakersfield Gentlemen. My brother, I think, will be joining us in a little bit um, as he fiddles with the mic. uh, welcome to guys. This is our podcast. It is our 8th podcast that we've done. Yeah, Mike?
Yep.
Number 8. Today we'll be taking a look at a cigar from Vato Cigars, which is actually a lounge out in Las Vegas, Nevada. And they actually do a very unique thing from what I'm told there is they have an all-you-can-smoke cigar bar. You pay about $49, $50?
No, it's 30.
$30.
That's the last review I saw on it. I don't know if the number's still the same. It might have went up.
I think she said it was 40. I think she said $39.99.
I want to say 40.
So I think she said $40. And you get to stay for 8 hours, which is basically a full shift. And you get to smoke as much as you want.
It is a 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. open. So if you want to stay there from start to close, you're pretty much you got your wish.
Oh, that's crazy. This is one from their line called the Aloha series. It says here on their website it is inspired by the black sand beaches of Hawaii and the wonderful memories of their time there on the islands. The Maduro tobacco leaves are matured at a higher temperature into an almost black color, producing rich flavor with notes of coffee and chocolate. Smoking one always transports us to a relaxed Hawaiian state of mind. It uses an Ecuadorian Maduro wrapper, Ecuadorian binder, and fillers of Dominica Ligero, Honduran Seco, and Dominican Seco. And you get them in one of 4 sizes. They have the Robusto, the Torpedo, the Churchill, and the one that we're doing now, the Big Kahuna, the Gigante 6x60.
Very nice. This guy is a big guy.
It is. It's a huge cigar.
This aside for a second here. It's got some sweet notes to it. Very dark.
It does have some sweet notes to it.
I'll go ahead and cut this guy.
Oh, it smells good.
I'm thinking it's so big, I might need to just cut it with an actual cutter today.
I am using my old school cutter today. I'm using my Liga Privada number 9 perfect cutter. I haven't used it in a long time, and it's stiff.
Yeah, it's gotten...
Yeah. So
hopefully that's okay. I don't think that's a big issue to worry about, but yeah, you don't use it, it's going to get a little stiff. I'm going to go ahead and use the V-cut, though. I don't want to be worrying too much about tobacco in my mouth, and the little tiny cut I did with my fingernail, it's just not going to work today.
Yeah, not on this big guy.
There we go. Nice deep V-cut. Clean that out.
And just a reminder to everybody who doesn't know just yet, this end of the month show is going to be our 2-year celebration of doing our Facebook Live show. So if you guys want to join us on the 28th for that on Facebook Live, please do so. We'll have some really great, of course.
It's the smoke right there. I'll take it. I'll fix it up.
I haven't even finished laying this guy.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Never mind. We need more. We need so much more fuel just to light these guys. My goodness. I think we're gonna need another one. I think that's all it's gonna be.
I think you're right. Yeah, sucker's not lit at all.
Let's hope this one has more fuel. I'm gonna pray. I'm hoping for the best. Hoping for the best.
Let your cedar spill.
Quick. Okay, so last night, I know this is off topic, but do you remember watching that 2 Chainz video you kept showing me?
Yes.
Where it goes to Davidoff, and he's talking to the guy, he's really nice, and he knows his stuff.
Yes.
But
all right, I got mine lit.
almost.
Yes.
Okay, so they keep doing this thing where
You got ash in your hair.
everywhere, it's fucking everywhere. That was fun. And there we go. Put that out before I burn down the place.
Cam, Smoke, and Ronnie, how you guys doing?
He did this thing where he toasts it without cutting it. So I was like, that sounds interesting.
I've heard of that once before.
I've heard it a couple times now. And that was just another one, not just from the same video. It's not like, oh, I went back and watched the same thing and he said it again. No, I'm not crazy. It was literally like at least 4 different people with videos that are supposed to be higher end lounges or more unique cigar experiences or more traditional cigar experiences. What I'm told, these guys like the old school way of doing it or the traditional way or the proper way, quote unquote.
Right. The time that I heard of it was actually a guy said that he was down in South America. I forget, it might have been Mexico or somewhere in South America as a reporter. And every night he'd have whiskey at the bar. And one time a diplomat actually asked him if he wanted to go over to his house. He said, sure. He had cigars before. And he asked, would you like a cigar? So he brings out his Cuban cigars, hands him one. He cuts it like he always does and took the spurs to it with the lighter, you know?
Yeah.
And the diplomat looked at him in horror, he said. And he's like, what did I do? What did I do? And he told him, hey, you don't need to rush this. This is something to sit back and enjoy. So what he did was he took 3 long wooden matches out. And he laid them down. Didn't cut his cigar. Used the first match, toasted it, just till he almost burned his fingers. Second match, same thing. Started from the outside, working his way in. Now, the third one, he finally cut it and lit his cigar all the way. And it was something about letting air flow go through the cigar. I forget. It was a really great story. It was one of the guys from Cigar Aficionado, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But a very, very nice story. And I've never tried it. And he said it's something he's rarely done as well. But then again, the guys from Cigar Aficionado are smoking, 6, 7, 8 cigars a day.
They've got a lot to do.
Taking your time, with 3 matches, either it's supposed to just taking your spurs to it and going for it is quite a big difference.
I'm definitely saying I'm not torching the thing, just holding my lighter right up against it, just burning it until there's fire. But that seems like a long time just to get your cigar lit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just impatient. That's probably more an American thing. Like I forget which rep we were talking to. Like, you don't need all these fancy gadgets to cut and light your cigar.
You do, actually. I find you need the more gadgets, the more satisfying the cigar.
Oh, the more gadgets.
That's why I have my cutter, my V cutter, my perfect cutter. I've got my cigar stand. I've got my different lighters. Yeah, the more gadgets, the more experience you have.
I did not know that's how it works. That's my bad. Maybe you should get all your gadgets out and do a video lighting one cigar, having one cigar, and using all your gadgets on it. So you're gonna
you're thinking
you're gonna have to cut it a lot. You know that, right?
This Vato cigar so far, it's got a bit of a tight draw to it. I think there might be a little bit of a knot right behind the band here. Not a big deal. Still smoking well, just a tight draw. It's good smoke output so far. They're right. It's a nice, earthy, dark coffee chocolate flavor I'm getting. There's hints of a spice in there, pepper spice, but it melds together very well. So far, so good on this. And of course, I'm barely getting into it. So
you
definitely want to get into it.
There's a lot of cigars.
It's a big cigar. Let's get into a little bit of cigar news before we continue on our path here. Redondo Beach, California gives a first approval to a citywide smoking ban.
Great.
The only areas that will be exempt will be private residences and moving vehicles. Everything else will be banned.
That's I don't understand it. I guess people aren't adult enough in that city to make decisions for themselves, or to be in adult areas where people are allowed to have a cigar on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess to each their own for now.
Now, it is a beach community, which means no smoking on the beaches, which is really crappy. Now, this actually brings me to another one that we have here. The California legislature approves the beach and park smoking ban that was previously vetoed by former Governor Jerry Brown. And that's one of the actually good things he did. Mm-hmm. He was quoted as saying, we're regulating everything else, but how are you going to regulate something people want to do in a wide open area? That's not fair.
Yeah.
So it's going to go to Newsom for approval, final approval. But this will basically say that you cannot smoke in parks or the beach. It'll be enforced by the park rangers, and you'll get a $25 fine for your first offense. So I'm hoping Newsom will also shoot it down. I don't think, again, it's not really fair. I'd like to sit on the beach, early in the morning, like when we used to live in Ventura, when there's no one really out there other than the surfers. The surfers are out doing their thing. And just sit down in the early morning, have a cigar.
You're a mile away from people at a lot of these places. I mean, obviously during the beach time or the summertime during the beach, It gets
A
way
lot
more
more toasty,
packed.
yeah.
You're gonna kind of think about what you're doing a little bit more. That's personal responsibility, though. Those kind of laws aren't there to protect you. They're there to babysit you. You don't
Yes.
need to be babysat.
And I didn't hear any exemption for private beaches. So I don't know that information just yet. We'll have to wait to see what the legislator approves. Illinois files their flavored tobacco ban bill. Albany County removes flavored cigars from their ban proposal.
Huh.
So Albany County, New York, actually has removed flavored cigars from their ban on other tobacco forms.
So the other flavored tobaccos are still on the chopping block.
I'm thinking they're thinking like nicotine delivering devices like Juuls,
Okay.
vapes, and I think pipe tobacco and like menthol cigarettes.
That's still pretty harsh. But well, it won't matter either way if your president gets his executive orders to go ahead and ban all flavored.
That's on here too. Trump and his administration looks to ban flavored e-cigarettes. Flavored cigars and menthol cigarettes are not on there.
Don't care. Anytime an executive order is given, I want to throw up. The president should not have the power to just throw laws out there whenever they see fit. That's the whole reason we have checks and balances. That's the whole reason we have 3 branches of government. He has the power to veto things. That's the big power right there. That's the power of the executive branch. The power during wartime to make executive decisions, not the power to dictate our day-to-day lives. That's ridiculous, and I don't think, as a Republican, you should be doing that. I bet you even Ben Shapiro would agree with me on this, even though I'm pretty sure he's pretty much against those products as well. I think a lot of people are. A lot of people don't like them. They know they're somewhat dangerous. I'm not saying that they're the most dangerous tobacco product out there. They're not more dangerous than alcohol or cars even. I mean, just the numbers in fact. But why are you thinking you can ban this one item and it's going to stop there? They're going to take the next little thing and the next little thing, and it's been going that way for a very long time now.
Mm-hmm. Livermore voters are going to decide whether or not to uphold a flavor ban in March.
Where's that?
Livermore, California?
Where's Livermore?
Up north.
Wow, I'm just finding out of this place.
This is over by San Francisco.
So is it in the Bay or is it like a little bit more
I believe it's north.
More north? Okay.
They city council wants to remove the ban, and per their city code or whatever it is, it actually has to go to voters. So on March 3rd, they're going to vote whether or not to keep the ban or not. And this is actually a thing pushed by Juul.
They are Juul is
the e-cigarette company, the big one,
pushing the new vote.
They're the one that pushed the new vote. They're the ones that are finding all the loopholes in the legislation that actually makes it go back to the voters. So we'll see how that turns out for them.
Well, that's where it should be, right? You should be able to vote on what happens in your area, especially it's going to affect you on a day-to-day routine.
But then again, if that's how you feel, shouldn't it have been up to the people to decide that, not for a corporation to come in and say, hey, loopholes, we want this on the ballot.
They passed Citizens United, which is where corporations now count as one person. So you donate as a corporation as one person. So instead of saying your corporate bank accounts are limited to this amount you can donate to government, and this is how much say you get, now they get the same rights as a human being. So as Juul, the corporation, they get to go in as the rights of a citizen to an area.
That's not right.
Well, that's what Citizen United is.
But that shouldn't be fair. A corporation shouldn't have the same rights as a person.
Tell Bush that. He's the one who passed it.
Can't tell him that. I've never met him. Let's see.
I gotta say, I think that one's more just to defend them putting more money in. But the most they can give to a politician for a corporation, even with the new law, is like $5,000. Like that's capped. So
yeah, but then again, corporations always have their subsidiaries, which are available to give money too.
Yeah.
So look at like, trying to think of one off the top of my head, and I can't.
Look at Disney.
Yeah, look at Disney. They own Disney. They own Marvel. They own probably everything else in the world too, except for whatever Amazon doesn't own yet.
And then they'll probably own iTunes soon enough.
Yeah. So, even though Disney is one corporation on its own, you have, I don't think they own Pixar, but like Lucas Studios, Marvel, and Marvel's even broken down to a couple. Marvel Studios Marvel, the comic book people.
Yeah, Marvel.
Um,
I think is the gaming different?
It might be.
I think
It
so.
very well might be. Jeff, how you doing?
But you're absolutely right. That
So-
just say Marvel alone. That's 3 more companies. There
Yeah, so
underneath
that's
them.
another per company. You're doing another, and that adds up.
Really quick. And then they have their perks, the kickbacks they can give to government officials. When Cheney quit Halliburton to be vice president, they gave him $34 million severance.
All right, we got a fan up in Fresno. Hey, brother, you got to come down sometime and hang out with us here at the lounge. We'll go over to Cigars and More, have a smoke.
Cigars and More 2.
Cigars and More too. We're actually looking to head up to Fresno. Mike's actually talking to someone right now about it, so we should be heading up that way. It's not that far. It's like an hour and a half away.
We like going to Fresno. I love Fresno.
Oh, Matt just landed in San Diego. Awesome, bro. Glad to see you're in California for once not in Modesto.
Nice.
Back to this cigar real quick. They were spot on, man. It's a super dark wrapper, super coffee flavor, not like an infused flavor, but that natural coffee note you get from good fermented tobacco. It does have that hint of chocolate in there. The pepper spice for me is just pretty much gone. I think it was just there for the beginning bit. It is smoking slow. It is a 6x60. It is a huge cigar in my hand, and not normally the size I like to go here with, but one that I can smoke from time to time.
I gotta say right now, yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot. The size is big. The size is definitely big. If I had a Robusto of this, I think I'd be a little more happy. Maybe a Toro. The ring gauge is my problem, not the length. I love the length is fine.
Yeah, the ring gauge.
Maybe a Churchill even. What is that? 7
yeah.
7 by 52,
Something like that, yeah.
something like that. That might be more up my alley. But if they have other things of this quality in their line, I wouldn't mind smoking Joe's Vato for my all-you-can-smoke cigar bar.
Yeah, they have quite a few in their line. I think they have like 6 or 7 different blends to choose from on their personal line. So definitely looking into more of what they have to offer would be, I think, pretty cool. Maybe a different size, obviously, but these are starting off really well. And again, we're only about an inch in. At least I'm an inch in.
Yeah, I could only get probably 3 or 4 of these in that 8-hour period, maybe. I would need some breaks. This is a big guy. It's taking a lot to puff it. There's a lot of airflow to take care of right there. But still, the flavor's getting there.
Yeah, a lot of nice flavors.
Yeah, a lot of the times for these bigger guys, you get less flavor just because there's so much filler in there. They don't account for that. I'm not having that problem right now.
No, not at all. And you know what helps out a lot? It tastes great.
It really does.
Yeah, for a house blend, this is amazing.
This is a really nice one. But this is their exclusive blend, though, too, which I like that. It's not a house blend that, say, the Tabacalera Leyendas, where you'll go to a different place and you'll find it in another shop. Opa.
No, you see, I think this is actually a dedicated house blend. This is what a house blend is.
Yeah.
I think the other ones are just inexpensive cigars. I don't think those count as house blends because, they're not specifically made for that. That's what a house blend is. It's a cigar made for that cigar shop. That's why it's called a house blend.
For the house.
Yeah. So this
okay.
is a house blend. Tabacalera Leyendas is just a great budget cigar.
A little bit above your bundle, a little bit less than that super premium.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that. Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go. Mounds View, Michigan, or Minnesota, rather. Sorry, increases the smoking age to 21.
Fair enough.
Crawfordsville, Indiana, bans smoking in parks. It's about 50 miles north of Indianapolis, where the Colts play. They attempted to exempt one park because it's used by adults to play softball, and they said no.
What?
Yeah, there was they tried to exempt one park because of the softball that they all play there, and they like to smoke cigars while they play, and they said no.
Well, it's the only sport, baseball and softball, is the only sport you can smoke a cigar while participating in. I don't think golf.
Chess.
Chess is not a sport.
Chess is a sport, bro.
It's not. And golf, I'm sorry, but no.
Checkers.
Checkers is not.
Hopscotch.
Corkinol. I'll give you Corkinol.
Oh, if you guys have not gone and checked out the Corkinol World Championships on YouTube, you guys need to check it out. It is super intense. I'm just trying to think of other sports you could do. Definitely not paintball.
No, that'd give you away.
Not football, not basketball, not track.
No, not track.
Pole vaulting, perhaps?
You're going to burn yourself. You get a weird burn every time you jump. Water polo, definitely not.
Yeah, no, that's bad for cigars.
Tennis, probably not.
Poker, darts.
Poker is not a sport.
It counts.
I don't care what they say.
It counts.
I don't care what those rich people.
You're just like the not my president people. It doesn't matter what you think. The fact is, it's recognized as a sport.
You call it.
So there.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That totally wins. Yes.
Thank you. Let's see what else. What else? Darts, poker, chess.
Let's go into more stuff about not your president. Let's go into more of the stuff he loves to do. His red flag ban laws.
What's wrong with red flags?
He wants to take people's guns away. He's like, hey, due process, none of that. Get out of here.
I was talking about actual red flags. Like if you want to buy a red flag, like you can't do that.
He's against those too.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's only because he wants some white and blue on him too, though.
That's right, red, white, blue.
Good with
Rock,
that.
flag, and eagle. Moving on.
100%.
New Britain, Connecticut passes a ban in all forms, including e-cigarettes and marijuana, to be banned in parks and city-owned properties.
Ooh. I'm sorry, I got a big heat break going on right here.
Oh no!
That is from, not even from the burn line. It's like middle of cigar to band. Oof, that's a big one.
So that's including everything. Anything that produces a smoke or a vapor will be banned in parks and city-owned areas.
City-owned areas.
Sidewalks.
No, I know what that means.
okay.
I'm just saying that, I mean, the only way you have city-owned areas is because those people pay for the city, and now you're telling them they can and cannot do on land they paid for, which just blows my mind every time.
But it's including everything, so it is what it is.
I have to disagree with that, but you know.
And even though I specify here that Michigan Democrats introduced a smoking ban at beaches, e-cigarettes and vapes are not affected. Every single one of these bans, proposals to increase ages, proposals to bans have all been brought up by Democrats.
Oh,
Just so people know that.
Well, you can't really say that because the biggest federal ban is going to be from your Republican president.
Once you become president, you're no longer one or the other. You're of the people.
No, he's Republican. He made that very clear.
He's also made it clear he doesn't like you.
Oh, it's not my fault. I would like him to just stick with his word and not grind.
Okay, so for people that joined us a little late, perhaps we'll review it again. This is the Vatos Cigar Lounge private blend, basically.
Yes.
This is for Vatos Cigar Lounge in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the Gordo size we were smoking, even though Miguel's is kind of busted up a little bit. I think mine looks a little bit prettier.
Yeah, probably show off yours better. Although it's still smoking.
I'm going to go back to the internet here, get off of YouTube for just a second. This is their Aloha blend, I believe it is called. It is an Ecuadorian Maduro wrapper, Ecuadorian binder, Dominican Lajero, Honduran, and Dominican Seco. So it's got some strength to it, and it's been really tasty so far.
It's been excellent. I can see me enjoying this on the beach, even with the pina colada. I'm not a big fan of those, but I can see that going really well right now. But I can't do that apparently because they want to ban smoking on beaches.
I don't think you're allowed to drink alcohol on the beach.
No, can't do that either.
Yeah.
Which is dumb because that's a great place to have beer. Great place to have a mojito.
Lastly, this kind of puts a damper in our situation, but AJ Fernandez will now be the manufacturer and exclusive distributor for Viva La Vida cigars.
Do they sell it to him? Or just...
No, they're distributing.
What's that? Oh. That's okay. He's going to do a good job. That's all that matters.
So if you guys have not yet tried Viva La Vida cigars, as you can see here, our ashtray is Viva La Vida. Many of the cigars I smoke are Viva La Vida. I think for the first time ever, I smoked last month more Viva La Vida than I did Oliva Serie V. So it's the first time in a month that I've ever smoked a cigar more than Oliva Serie V Melania.
Whoa. I don't know how I feel about that. It's groundbreaking.
It is a fantastic cigar. It comes in a few different sizes. It even comes in a limited edition diadema size. And it is just fantastic.
It is really good.
Man, I can't tell you guys how much I've really been digging that cigar. You know, there's a couple of cigars that have come out from IPCPR and a couple of cigars that I've just tried this year for the first time that I absolutely love. The Antigua Esteli Maduro, Segovia's Maduro, is one of them.
Yeah.
Especially in that torpedo size that they have.
Definitely.
The Viva La Vida from Artesano Tobacco, and that any size I get is amazing. Robusto, Toro, Diademas, anything. I forget the size that the Luxury Cigar Club sent out, but that one's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The Jacob's Ladder Brimstone in that semi-box press torpedo.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fantastic.
Definitely good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to go on my top 5 list this year. I really don't.
It's gonna be a rough year. I think we need to do one list though. That's the thing.
We do.
Yeah, it can't be 2 lists. It's one solid list. Probably no Oliva Serie V Melania on there now.
No, I'd probably still be number
Oh
1.
man,
Oh, dang, dude.
I'm getting some weird burn on here. The band is burning faster than the wrapper there.
That's weird because mine's burning really well.
It tastes good still.
Yeah, but for me, it was a big surprise. The Jacob's Ladder Brimstone, the Antigua Esteli, the Viva La Vida, all cigars I smoked a lot since IPCPR. But for the last month, I think I smoked more Viva La Vida than Oliva Serie V Melania. I think that's the first time I've ever done that with another cigar.
We'll just wait till the 11th when we have our Oliva event here in town.
Yeah,
then
it'll be rectified. Yes, absolutely.
Stock up, see what happens. Talk to Manny about it. See what they're doing new over there.
Yeah.
But
although our buddy Paul up in Alaska, he did get one of the black box limited edition European Asian market only Oliva Serie V Melania Robusto boxes.
how jealous were you of that?
I was super jealous when he showed me the box and me a picture of it. They're extremely hard to get. They're extremely expensive.
Oh,
And again, it's an Asian and European market exclusive. So you got to know somebody that knows somebody or know a website that would sell those to the States. So congratulations to him. He got that plus a box of Liga Privada 10s Aniversarios. So he's doing well.
yeah, gotta say he's holding on to some good stuff right now, but nothing wrong with that. You gotta have a good collection sometimes. I mean, you still have your what is that Opus called? The Opus X.
The Purple Rain?
No, in the coffin.
Oh,
What is the name of that?
I forget the name of it.
Super long cigar. I think 2 Lanceros on top of each other is how I describe
No.
that. Signed by Arturo Fuente Jr.
Yeah.
I think that one's gonna be good. That's gonna be real good. I can't wait for you to pop that open.
Yeah, we'll see.
I want to hear how it tastes. Oh,
We'll
break that
definitely
off.
see. Oh man, that is bad.
It is changing the flavors a little bit. A little more bitter. Not really bad, but it's definitely different. You can taste the difference. You can see that sort of. Yeah, that's raised up quite a bit. Hopefully I can burn through that no problem.
Well, my ash is holding on pretty well. I might tap it in just a second. Burn light is just about razor sharp. Flavors are holding up really well. I'm actually getting like a raisin sweetness in there too.
Raisin.
Yeah.
That's a good way to describe it.
Let's see. Do I have any more notes? No, that is my last note for actual notes. So I know we can get into the discussion part of all this. Like you said, we have our Oliva event coming up October 11th.
Mhm.
Really excited about that. Cigars and More is doing their weekly specials. This week is Rocky Patel for week 2 of the NFL season, which I'm hoping goes really well for the Patriots. They get Antonio Brown this week to play against the Dolphins. So as I head down to Miami, no more Danny Amendola down in Miami. He is now over in Detroit.
When did that happen?
It must have happened sometime in the offseason because I didn't hear anything about it.
Huh.
Then again, Danny Amendola is dead to me because he's no longer on the Patriots. So it is what it is with him. He went to go join our old defensive coordinator, Patricia. And
I'm sure he's doing well over there.
yeah, they're doing fine. Well, they did tie. They did get the first tie of the season with the Cardinals, so it is what it is.
How did you tie in football?
I don't know.
What happened to overtime? They said, "Nah, we don't feel like it for this week. Maybe next time." It's the whole purpose is someone's supposed to win.
They played overtime. They played the full overtime schedule and ended up at tie.
So then you keep going until someone scores.
That's what I thought, but no,
That seems lazy.
it is. It's very lazy.
They don't do that in baseball. Well,
No, you go.
yeah.
You keep going.
I've been into a
You
13
keep
inning
going
game.
until the Dodgers win.
I was at a 13 inning game with my godfather back in the day. So the Dodgers won that.
That's right. That's what the Dodgers do. They win. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty exciting week of football. Your Buccaneers play tonight against Carolina Panthers.
Whatever.
So Jameis Winston versus Cam Newton. We'll see how it goes. Last year, you guys picked them off a couple of times during your guys' games against them. So if you guys can do it again and maybe hold on to the ball during your offensive
I
time,
don't see that happening. too
you
well.
guys might have a chance. You never know. Might pull out the upset.
Yeah, thank you so much. Can't
You're
wait
welcome.
for someone else to win the Super Bowl this year.
You know, I would I would love to see the Patriots go again and him get a 7th ring.
Probably not gonna.
And the Patriots have the all-time most Super Bowl championships of any
Gonna
team.
happen. Never gonna win another one.
They're actually the odds-on favorite right now to win the Super Bowl once they got Antonio Brown. The Raiders actually went from one in, I think it was 250 chances to 1 in 2 million once they lost him.
Oh, 1 in 2 million.
Yeah, the Patriots were at a I forget what odds they were at, but now they're the odds-on favorite. They actually passed the Chiefs for that. The Chiefs actually went down because of that. So a lot of implications in the Vegas betting odds as soon as Antonio Brown landed where he did.
Well, let's see if he actually is going to mesh well first.
That's a good question. That is a good question. I mean, he's getting along with Tom Brady right now. Apparently, he's living at his house. So
yeah, he offered like, hey, come stay with me until you find a place.
Yeah,
right off the bat. I think they saw this coming like a mile away. There's just a lot of speculation on that, but it seems like they've been talking for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You know, as a Patriots fan, I'm happy to have him aboard if he's going to be able to do some wonderful things that we know he can do because he's a very talented athlete. So as long as he does what he's able to do, he won't be making as much money as he was supposed to get in Oakland. But I think right now for him, it's more about getting what the money that he can, do really well for this 1 year to get those other year options, and win a Super Bowl on the way.
That makes sense to me. I mean, would you make a lot of money with a team you know you probably aren't going to win with, or make a decent amount with a team you know you can win with, and then do better on from there on, better negotiation?
I think for him right now, it's about winning the Super Bowl. He has no championships yet, and if he can win a Super Bowl, it raises his stake because he's a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah,
so
that's a good bargaining chip. Maybe he wants to stay with the Patriots. Maybe he'll like it.
I think that's like why Danny Amendola left. You know, he won a Super Bowl with the Patriots, and he said, okay, and I can get more money somewhere else, be more of a star somewhere else, so that's why he left.
Nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, do what you want. I hope he loses, but whatever.
He's only got one career. May as well be a big fish in a small pond somewhere else. Then just kind of get lost in the Brady-Belichick love affair. Pretty sure they kissed each other on the mouth last Super Bowl championship. Very awkward.
How's that awkward?
Awkward for everybody.
It wasn't awkward for me. I'm part of everybody.
Yeah, you're the part of everybody who likes seeing that, though.
Yeah.
It's very awkward for everybody else.
It's not awkward.
Everyone.
It's just you have your own issues, you know?
Issues with Belichick and...
You just can't just let people be how they want to be. You think they have to be the way you want them to be. And you're right there, that's a red flag.
All right. I'm just going to leave that alone. Well, I work on my cigar here because, man, this is...
You should just burn that off, dude. Or rip it.
Yeah. Pulling it off. I have a big open
Now you have a
gap.
barber pole.
There's a big... No, that's not a barber pole. That's not how it works. There's a big exposed part of my binder right here. It looks like it'll hold on just fine, but smoke output's died down quite a bit since this happened. It's tasting okay still.
Just looks odd.
It feels odd to have to see that when I'm looking at it. I have a bit of a crease right here. Yeah, it's going okay.
I've been on a stem mission this past few weeks. I've been pulling out some stems left and right from different cigars I've been trying. And a lot of them have been thin stems, but stems nonetheless. And a few of them have been twigs.
I've seen what you pulled out. There's been very few twigs.
I showed you one yesterday. I showed you a couple on Tuesday.
It was 1 and 1 tops. One of them was thick. The other ones were just in your head. Like the time you thought you saw that terracotta pot in the middle of the road.
I did. And you know what it is about the stems and the twigs that I see in here? Is it's never when I'm starting a cigar that I see them. It's once I've gotten into the cigar now and I've put this in my mouth so many times it starts to loosen up a bit.
Yeah.
And then I start to feel this getting loose and I feel it. That's when I get it. Actually,
poking at it.
Right there. You can see the top to one right there. Tell me that.
You're just
Tell me you don't see that.
It's tobacco. There's tobacco there.
That's if I had tweezers right now, I'd be all in this thing.
You were on a witch hunt. That's all you're doing.
If I had tweezers right now, I'm telling you, I'm going to bring tweezers next time.
I think you're just ruining cigars at that point. Because you can burn through the stems. There's no problem with it. Sometimes you might get an awkward burn, but it's all natural still. Part of the leaf.
Give me some needle nose pliers.
Absolutely not. I will not help you.
Let's get this guy out.
I'll not enable you on this twig.
I would like to see how far down it goes, though. What if it's all the way down here and I pull it all out?
Then you're going to ruin the cigar.
I don't know.
It's attached to leaf.
All right, we'll leave it for now. But when I get down to about there, I'm pulling it.
You know I'm right on this.
I'm gonna pull it.
Do what you gotta do.
I mean, you tore your cigar apart, basically.
Yeah, but I didn't damage the structure of it. It's still
Yes, you
holding
did.
together. You pull that out and tell me it will do more damage than this.
I won't, because it won't.
It would do more damage, or it wouldn't do more damage.
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't do more damage. All right, go ahead and pull it out then.
I need needle nose.
No, you don't. Just pull it out. Go ahead. Let's see you extract this easily. No problems.
You have no idea how bad I want to now that I see it. It's like an OCD thing.
My goodness.
I'm telling you. Let me know your guys' opinion on stems and twigs. If you guys fill them in there, if you guys pull them out, or if you leave them in, smoke them through. I can see the edge of it, and it's man.
You're gonna let it drive you crazy.
I
I just ignore them unless I can really feel it sticking out, and then I'll just take my cutter and just get rid of it.
Will you now?
Just snip it, not pull it
Oh,
all the
you'll
way
snip
out.
it, huh?
Yeah, there's no need to pull it all the way out. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh man, I feel it. Oh, it's right there. That's a tree branch, man.
I don't think it is. I'm guessing it's a leaf, and that's what this thing is completely made of. Is leaves. He's staring at it. He's staring
I know.
at it right now, guys.
I see it.
He cannot get it out of his mind. That's good stuff, though.
Well, if it is adding flavor to the cigar, it's adding amazing flavor. Because yeah, this is a really tasty house blend.
Yep. Who are you talking about that with? About twigs or stems adding flavor?
Mitch.
I was talking about that. Mitch, our local event coordinator for Cigars and More, or for Cigars for Warriors, over at Cigars and More. Blanco was talking about it.
Yeah, I think David Blanco.
David Blanco talking about how they have their own flavor, and sometimes that kind of leans into what you're looking for, which only makes sense because it is being fermented as well.
But sometimes it drives you crazy. You got to pull it.
It drives you crazy, and you got to pull it. They don't drive me crazy. It doesn't bother me. I keep smoking it until I'm done with the cigar.
You tell me you don't heart it mad crazy.
Not even one bit.
Wow.
Which is another thing we talked about on Tuesday's show. Boy bands getting into the cigar game.
Yeah, you know what? For all the crap that people are giving to the Jonas boy, or man, I should say.
He's an adult.
Yeah,
Full-on
he's
adult.
a grown-ass man. He's married. I don't think he has kids yet.
No, I don't think so.
But he's married. He's made his own money doing what he does.
Yeah.
If he wants to sit down and enjoy a cigar, goddamn, let him enjoy a cigar. You know, all these people on The View, all but one, were back to him saying, hey, he's an adult. Let him do what he wants. Some of them said, hey, you know, I don't care for cigars, but he's an adult. Other ones had actually said, hey, I had a cigar before, or their husband smoked cigars and they're fine with it.
Yeah. There are worse things out there.
Yeah. If it's a legal product and you can do it and you're an adult, enjoy it.
Exactly.
All these parents on there saying that, oh, they're a role model, blah, 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 this and that. It's like, okay, well, I understand that they're a role model, but what should be a bigger impact on your kids? The role model or you as a parent?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. And a lot of people are like, oh, he doesn't really smoke cigars. He's just posing with it as a prop for a cigar magazine so he can make money. I was like, no, he really smokes them.
Amendola? Not Aganorsa. One of the company owners went to his wedding to roll for him.
Really?
He had a roller there.
That's awesome.
Okay, he likes cigars. He loves cigars.
I wonder why I didn't get an invite.
To Jonas Brothers' wedding?
Yeah,
Because you've always been more of a Bieber fan, I think. I don't know.
that's true. It could be right. It could be very right.
What I'm saying is that the guy even if he doesn't know his cigars all that well, who cares? If he wanted to smoke a bunch of acids, he's smoking a cigar. He's enjoying something. If he wanted that, well, no, that's too far. If he wanted to have crappy tequila and have it so cigar, like, no, I can't.
Yeah, don't
I
do
can't
crappy
say that.
tequila. Yeah.
Can't even say that.
Trump wants to ban something. You should ban crappy tequila.
You should ban, mixed tequilas.
Yes.
If you're going for that mash in your tequila, you're wrong. Fix your problems with your life because you're going through some issues if you're drinking Jose Cuervo, I think. So really evaluate what you're doing and just get right. Go get some Hornitos. It's the same price and it's way better.
Ash's held on pretty well. I'm shaking it pretty hard here.
I had to tap mine
And it's
off.
still holding on. I think mine's about to fall off. I can kind of see a little break where it's going to happen.
But when you shake it that many times, sooner or later, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's holding on really well. It's held on for a third of the cigar already, which is great. But I'm going to go ahead and give it up. That took a bit of a tap there to make that come
Couple of
off.
thumpings,
Yeah.
Well, That's a very solid chunk too.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not perfectly white, but it is peppered. So it does look mostly white with some gray in there. Cigar in here looks like it's not all the way lit. Interesting.
You think you get some tunneling action going on?
No. It's just like some of the action there's really white and some of it's the tobacco's still kind of black. So it looks like it's not all the way lit. Let me get that lighter.
Yeah, sure. You never know. A little touch up never hurt anybody. Sorry about that. What was I gonna say? Back to Vatos being a brand so far. Even with my construction issues, I'm enjoying this cigar very much. Having said that, like you said, there are 6 or more in their lineup of other blends.
Yeah.
Other wrappers to include in there. I'm guessing they go from light to heavy. So you have.
You know what? Most of the wrappers all look the same to me.
Huh.
They had one that had like a natural cap and one that looked like a barber pole.
A barber pole.
Mhm.
That's nice. But again, like we said, if you guys go to their lounge in Vegas, they do a 8-hour all-you-can-smoke cigar bar, which is really cool to see. I really want to go check it
Now,
out.
you said they're open from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Yeah.
That's an odd time to be open in Vegas.
Well, they are located on Fremont. Fremont is open 24/7. There's always stuff going on there. They probably just found out what times really work best for them
That's true.
and just
That's
kind of like,
true.
you know what? This is what we can
After
do.
dinner, but before everybody goes to the club, the dance clubs or the strip clubs.
Yeah. So hopefully lock them in. Or you probably don't want them to stay there for 8
Or
hours
entice
straight.
them with twigs.
Oh my goodness. He's still going after those twigs, guys. I apologize for that. But yeah, you probably don't want them staying there for 8 hours smoking cigars. Someone's gonna get sick on you. You want them to just enjoy a couple with their buddies and hang out and just experience all you can smoke cigar bar. Cool.
And you know what though? It being Vegas, unless we're there for IPCPR, I don't really think I want to just hang out in lounges all day.
I would.
I mean, I like going to the Monte Cristo Lounge. You know, that's my favorite lounge to go to out there. I like going to see the guys of the Las Vegas Cigar Outlet.
Absolutely.
I'll go to Casa every once in a while.
I like to go visit our buddy on Twitter and Twitter World, OJ Simpson.
Right. But there's so much stuff to do in Vegas, you know?
It's a lot.
We can go axe throwing.
You can zip line, which I don't think you would.
No, hell no.
I think you should. I'll buy a box of Oliva Serie V Milanios if you go zip lining.
I'll think about it. But you can rent exotic cars.
Yeah.
Go gambling. You can go shooting.
Topgolf.
You can go to Topgolf is so much fun. I think you can smoke at Topgolf too.
There's strippers everywhere.
you can go to
You can do
strip
that if
clubs.
you want.
Yeah, so
There's I don't really dance, but there's clubs if you like that, or if you're bringing some girls.
yeah.
Hell, there's just cool bars that hang out in every hotel and casino.
The shows.
The shows,
Yeah.
comedies constantly there.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
that one that
fights.
you went to. The Thunder from Down Under show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, I didn't, but whatever. You really like that Beatles show.
Love.
Yeah, I love that. Was supposed to be really cool. There's a lot of awesome things happening on a constant basis in
Yeah.
Vegas. But I would spend the day at the lounge. Because you don't have to go there and do what everyone else does in Vegas. You don't have to get super drunk every time.
Although we do.
That pretty much happens.
You don't have to, but we do. But we are responsible. Either one of us will stay sober, or both of us will be completely smashed.
I don't think that's responsible at all.
That's totally responsible.
Well, that's not how it works.
Go big or go home.
Well, that makes more sense. I like the fact that you could, if you wanted to be safe about it, though, you could go to one of the nice hotels, drink there at their bars, gamble there, see a show there, eat there, drink more, and just go upstairs.
As long as you stay at a casino hotel, and there are some off the strip, like the one we stay at the Ellis Island.
Yeah.
As long as you stay at one of those, you can make an entire trip out of it. You can go to the casino. You can sit at the pool. You can have a cigar there. You can gamble. Go to the karaoke night. Go to the little bar that's there. You can make a decent trip out of it just staying where you're at. If you want to get drunk about it,
Just going specifically for Ellis Island, like you said, karaoke every night. They've got good restaurants right inside of it, and it's much smaller than the other ones. It's a lot smaller of a casino, but they also have their craft.
But
brewery,
they're making it bigger.
and they're making it bigger. They're adding in an entire beer garden.
Yes.
more hotel space itself. You still have the pool and whatnot.
Where there's crazy people.
That was weird. We tried to do a live show there the first year of IPCPR that we went, and some random crazy dude broke into their pool area, and we got to watch security. And I think the police came.
Yeah, they did.
And took him out.
Yeah, they did.
They got him out of there pretty quickly, shouting and whatnot. Oh no, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just having a rough night. Oh, you gotta have a rough night somewhere else. Then they got him out of there.
Yes, they did. Speaking about stuff that we're doing, though, the website is up and running. It's doing well. Hopefully, everybody's had a chance to go check that out. If you haven't, please go do so. TheBakersfieldGentleman.com. We're trying to post, pictures and articles and blogs, daily. Just trying to keep up with every form of social media. So now you guys can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, our own website. You can hear us on our podcast. So we're just trying to make sure that we stay with you guys, no matter how you guys listen. Some of you guys, you drive all day. So we figured, hey, we need to do a podcast. Some of you guys don't like to use Facebook or YouTube. So we made the website. Some of you guys are really big on Instagram. So we did that. Been trying to do Twitter. It's kind of hard.
Twitter's never been my thing, so I don't really understand it. We'll make a Pinterest for you guys. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys like that out there. No, I'm just kidding. Probably not Pinterest.
We are on Yelp.
Technically, yeah, we're on Yelp.
We're on Yelp.
I don't really think that's a good source of entertainment to go on Yelp unless you like to read bad reviews, which is a lot of fun. Not Yahoo. Google has their own review system too, and if you ever get a chance, just check out like a national landmark or one of the big museums over in DC or something, and check out the bad comments. And it's just people nitpicking at the worst things. It's hilarious. Like, oh, I went there. There's nothing new now. That's a museum.
Yeah,
it's old. It already happened.
Yeah,
they can't update. They can't change history for you,
no matter how much you like it.
It's just so funny.
Oh man, it's still going really well. The pepper has ramped up a little bit. I'm getting more of a bread yeastiness coming through with some earth tones. Not so much the coffee and chocolate anymore.
There's a little more breadiness to it,
but it's still smoky one. My burn line was a little bit off. I corrected just a little bit so it doesn't get too crazy. But it's smoking very, very well, and I'm really happy that you chose this cigar today. It's one we've had in the humidor since IPCPR. Haven't got around to it yet. Finally getting to try it. I can't wait to try some more of these when we get back out to Vegas and check these guys out.
I wanted to give them a shout out just because they do some unique stuff out there. They also do a cigar crawl.
Cigar crawl, yes.
So different lounges and different lounges. Get a cigar, have a drink here and there. I think it's a really cool idea. But I haven't had one of their cigars yet. This is my first.
Mine too.
And I'm very much enjoying it. I don't know what happened with that burn. It's just heat break was too much of a break. Usually I can burn right through them, but that one needed to be replaced.
Yeah, mine's getting a bit warm already. I can already feel the heat coming under the band, and that's about a good 1.5 to 2 inches away from where the cherry is. So I do feel it getting kind of warm on me.
I can hear crackles right now. I think maybe it was just a little dry in the humidor. I think that might have been the issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm enjoying it, though. That's the thing.
And that's really the main key. Make sure you enjoy it.
As long as you're enjoying something, it's fine.
Because we were on Mojo 50.
Yep.
On Tuesday night, which is
it's a radio show.
A radio show on iHeartMedia, iHeartRadio.
Yep.
And he asked us about cigar etiquette and what are some rules to follow. And really, we came up with a couple of rules. One is don't stamp out your cigar.
Big one.
Because that's just rude.
Yeah.
You don't want to muddle everybody else's smoking experience. And 2 is really just respect everybody else. If they're going to spend their hard-earned money on a cigar, even though if you don't care for it, it's their money. They worked hard for it. They can buy whatever they want with it. So if you guys have any more suggestions on cigar etiquette for lounges, let us know. I know another big one is if you're going to use a lounge cutter, don't lick your cigar before. I know a lot of people like to lick their cigars. If you're a person that does that, bring your own cutter.
Yeah.
You don't want to lick your cigar. Use a cutter that everybody else uses and then put it back for someone else to get your saliva on it.
I don't understand licking cigars still. I don't get it. No one's explained it to me in a good way where I can agree. Like, oh, I can see your point there. It just does not make sense to me. Maybe back in the day they weren't rolled so well, so you're trying to keep it together, I guess.
Could be.
I don't get it. It's not a blunt.
Could be.
Don't be licking it.
Yeah. But that was another one that I think about from time to time. I was watching another podcast or live show, and this guy says that you're supposed to bring a cutter and lighter every time you go to a lounge, and I don't.
No.
They have them there. Why am I going to bring mine? I'll bring it if I have it in my travel case.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm not going to bring my own in there. I think a good lounge should have a cutting station and a lighting station, and if not that, at least cutters and lighters throughout the shop for you to use.
A really great lounge has a charging station for you.
That's right.
Vintage Giovanna, which I'm wearing their shirt right now. If you can't see that on the podcast part, I was in there and I was looking at their just their desk cash register area, and they had a freaking charging station, bunch of different cords. Like, that's a great idea. You should put those throughout your lounge if you have a good seating area. Maybe somewhere that has some room.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want if you have like 4 chairs, probably don't do it there. But if you got a decent amount of space to work with, you put those every so often. People can charge their phone. They might hang out a little bit longer. Might buy another cigar.
Yep.
It's the same idea as the complimentary coffee or the.
That was my next one, was a
free
coffee
drinks,
bar. Yeah, a coffee bar somewhere. Even if it's just the disposable coffee cups and a Keurig somewhere.
Perfect.
Maybe somewhere you can have some, those little creamer packets and sugar packets and stuff.
Love that.
But yeah, I think complimentary coffee and water. Soda would be nice. Energy drinks would be nice.
But that's cool.
But that's
like a buck or
extra.
something, yeah.
Nice little coffee station. You get, a nice cup of coffee or a bottle of water that's cold.
Yeah.
I think that's more than enough. It doesn't have to be sparkling water or like Perrier or anything like that.
No,
Just regular
water.
bottled
Yeah.
water is fine.
Yeah. Just so you can have something to drink with your cigar, so you don't get that dry feeling.
Yeah.
Coffee, which just pairs well, and people love coffee. I mean, if you have a lot of haircutting places I go to have a little coffee stand, sure, have some coffee while you're waiting or while you're getting your hair cut. If they can do that there, why not have it at your cigar lounge?
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that.
I do like the convenience of them selling sodas or sparkling water.
Yeah, that's great. That's great as a bonus.
Yeah, that's cool, but it's not necessary. I get it.
Right.
But if it's nice to have a little fridge, like, oh, $1 a can. Okay, cool. There's another $1 on top of my, $7 stick? Or if I'm going to be spending $25 on a cigar, yeah, I want my drink that I want to enjoy with this. I don't want it to go somewhere else. A lot of things I really like, some of the lounges that we can go to easily, is also the other businesses around them. In Fresno at Cigars LTD, right next to them is a nice wine bar, and there's some good restaurants in that shopping area. Here in town, Cigars and More 2, the new location, is right next to a grocery store style Walmart. I forget what they call those, like neighborhood Walmart or something like that. And when we needed extra stuff for the event, because we ran out of ice really fast. The ice was gone. Bottled waters went out. But it doesn't matter. All that's right next to you, very conveniently.
Yep.
And then they even here in California, I feel bad for people like in Texas and stuff. You can buy your alcohol anywhere.
Yeah.
So there's a good selection, actually, a decent selection. I'm not saying it's some of the best high-end stuff out there, but even Walmart has Johnny Walker Black on hand.
Yep.
Or they'll have I think
Good
they
old
had
Jack Daniels.
I think they had Jack Daniel's single barrel.
They did.
Yeah, that's a really good drink just to have willy-nilly on your shelf. And then they had some different tequilas, some decent ones versus, again, that horrible Jose Cuervo. So those kind of things are nice to have as well. Convenient location of the lounge, having stuff right next to it.
Here at Cigars and More, the original, you've got Subway, you've got Hooters, you've got the Casa Tequila coming in. You've got not the barbershop anymore, unfortunately, but you got the gun shop.
Yeah, there's some locations.
There's some good stuff. The nice bookstore nearby.
Yeah, they're building a brewery.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be food and beer.
More of a lengthwise situation.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's in a good spot, and I think that's nothing but good news for the cigar lounge right there. And then, heck, even in Ridgecrest, Vintage Giovanna has the bars right next to them. They got some good restaurants down there, apparently. But every time we go, they always have good food and awesome people there. So we never have to venture very far. So that's just another awesome little thing to consider when you're going to your cigar lounge. Like, hey, man, this could be my new home away from home.
Yeah.
I could see that happening even on Fremont. About those cigars. I mean, there's good food deals there all the time. The drinks are a lot cheaper than the regular strip. Or La Casa. is in the shopping center,
Yeah.
which we went super late. So that was more on us. Couldn't really check anything out. Everything else was closed. But there was a lot of restaurants I saw. There was like a gelato shop right next to them. That's awesome.
I was gonna say same thing with Emmy and Cigar Cave. They were in an area where there was all kinds of international food. There was a pastry shop in the corner. I saw pho on one side.
Couple of them, yeah.
I saw like a burger joint,
Bagel place.
So all kinds of different food there.
You know?
Expose. You can have your cigar and then get a lap dance
Yeah, and friggin' macchiato.
and a macchiato.
Don't spill it on the dancer because that's not cool. You have to give her a much bigger tip for that. And like Frankie was saying, Cigar Cave, I mean, that's his area right there. That's his home away from home. It fits him like a hand in a glove. It's like a shoe that's going on Cinderella's foot made of glass.
And it's fabulous.
It is a fabulous area, technically. The food does smell really good, though. And a lot of the shops, like, dang, that looks like some really cool hip stuff over there. But, a little out of my price range. It's a little more friendly.
I don't need rainbows on everything.
Not on everything. I get it. You want to be supportive of stuff, but that's what I could say about that. Not against anything, but, a sign for the NFL.
You're not against smoking bans?
Oh, yeah, well, I'm kind of against those.
Okay, then.
I'm against federal overreach from your president as well. But you love that. You love when he wants to ban guns and bump stocks and all that. So good on you.
Yeah.
Although, when we were going to Cigar Cave, you go down that little alleyway. There's a jeweler before you get in there. And then is that the Italian restaurant right before you get there too, huh?
I think so.
It's that one. And they have a Greek restaurant there. Hard question for you. If we went back for a good time, like not late, because every time we've been there, it's been 8 o'clock or later.
Yeah.
The restaurants are either packed or they're closing down. Especially when we leave, it's like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
If we go at a decent time, like let's say we go at 5 o'clock, get food, and then go, which one are you picking? Are you picking Italian or are you picking some Greek food?
Italian. I'm not a very big fan of Greek food.
Really?
I could have some roasted anchovies here and there.
Like
But
gyro?
I much prefer the variety of Italian food for me personally.
It's true. Those two sauces is all you really need in life, and they make millions of combinations
Yeah.
with that.
I mean, I'd get some chicken parm or some fettuccine.
You know me, I like my spaghetti.
Yeah,
Good Italian sausage.
and because
Good.
of where they're both sitting, they both can get quality fish. So
Yeah, San Diego, yeah, it's hard to beat that.
I'm talking about Italy and Greece.
Oh, you're talking
I'm
about
talking about
actually.
actual the places. Yeah,
I don't really know Greek fish. I like the lamb. I really do.
sardines.
Sardines are like
They're famous for it.
it's a lame fish.
But you're used to getting the little sardines out of the cheap cans, though.
Yeah.
If you try actual goods like sardines, they roast them whole. They actually get them and they'll chop them up fine and put it into a sauce, a tomato sauce, and mix that with pasta.
I could go for that.
You can get them just like not ceviche, but kind of like ceviche almost, but they're still kind of whole fillets with olive oil and lemon and stuff like that. So yeah, they make them really good. I mean, you just got to get away from the kind that you get at Domino's.
Yeah.
That ruins it. Just like olives. Greek people are crazy about olives.
Olives are good.
And I know you don't like black olives, like
Not
the kinds you get on Thanksgiving and stuff. But if you go to an actual like olive bar where they have good quality
crazy
olives,
like variety.
yeah, I think you would change your mind about them.
I think it's the same way like people who like cheese so much.
Yeah.
They know the different types of cheeses and stuff.
Yeah, unless
That's
the
what I
lady's
like.
being a total asshole and doesn't tell you,
That was not her
oh,
fault.
you're supposed to eat those separate, and then you just pop the whole thing in your mouth, and then she laughs at you.
She did
That's
not.
her.
That was not
That's on her.
what she did.
That's exactly what she did.
She handed us these cheese samples. Hey, we got this new something or another in. Here you go. Try it out. Let me know what you think.
What have you ever gone somewhere to get a sample? Costco, the grocery store, farmer's market, food convention,
Anything.
anywhere where they give you one sample and you don't eat it like in one little bite.
I
The whole
can't say is
When is the
anywhere.
last time you've gone to a food? I was going to start to drop an F-bomb.
food
When you
place.
go to a food place like that where they're giving out a sample and a mooch boosh
I'll let you throw it out there. Go ahead.
and you're supposed to eat it separate.
Still want it.
When?
When I went to
here's a pepperoni piece. Oh, I want you to try your pepperoni. Oh, sure. Let me take the pepperoni off. and then try the sauce, try the bread, and then try the cheese and pepperoni. No, you don't do it.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
If you hand people a sample of food, you're supposed to eat it in one bite.
You just described not dissected, deconstructed plate. Yeah, that's delicious.
That's different. That's a deconstructed plate.
But
not
you didn't
sample.
You didn't specify.
I did. I said
where
sample.
do you go anywhere where they give you food?
No, but they
don't
give
eat
you
them all?
a boosh, and you eat it in separate pieces.
All right.
I am sorry I'm going on a rant, you guys, but it is bullshit. I am upset.
Don't act all fancy because you could say a moose boosh, okay? She gave us a piece of cheese on a toothpick with a grape, and as a big boy, I was like, okay, this is a good bite. Bam, cheese, grape in mouth, done. Does not mix well.
Because you're supposed to eat them separately.
You're supposed to eat them separate. It's supposed to cleanse your palate, the grape afterwards. I know cheese and wine goes really good together, but that's a fermented grape, much different. Did not care for my cheese grape mixture.
They put a lot of glue on this thing. I'm glad it did not pull up a lot of the cigar. I did get a little bit of a lift on one of the little edges here, but
I got some of my wrapper came off, but it was already
a lot of your wrapper came off.
It was already because it already fell off. And I got more cracks coming down the way. The heat is just messing the cigar up. I think.
But if somebody hands you a sample of food and a bite-sized sample, you eat it in one bite. That is the main show or main point of tonight's podcast.
I think we should have realized dairy and cheese, or cheese product and grape product, don't go together. That might have been on us too.
Moving on.
I will say though, a little more food talk. Greek restaurant, awesome. I'd love to go. Italian restaurant, definitely would. We need a new Thai place.
Oh God, we do need a new Thai place. I haven't been to a single Thai place in Bakersfield yet that I've really loved, like Tips Thai in Ventura.
It's hard to find. It's hard to beat.
Not only that, I don't care if they have the Greek food or that Italian food. I will turn it all down for that taco truck in Castaic.
Ooh, it's a good place. There should be a lounge right next to that. Tacos and cigars. That's what Vato needs, I think.
Yep.
The name lends itself to tacos and cigars, I think. I don't go to sit-down restaurants for tacos because there's so many good.
I will, and the only reason is if I go to a new Mexican restaurant, I like to get the combination plate. It comes with chile relleno. It comes with a cheese enchilada, and it comes with a taco. And I always like to get that because that's my base. If that's good, then I know the rest of the stuff will be good.
Isn't that usually like a hard shell taco though? This guy is just messing up.
No. Some people do soft shells. Some people do the crispy taco. But I know if I like that because every restaurant I've been to that's a Mexican restaurant has that. And if they can do that well, then I'll go up to like chile verde or shrimp enchiladas, mole,
Chile relleno.
chile relleno. Oh, I have the chile relleno on the plate.
Oh, but yeah, you get a plate of it though. After
Yeah,
that.
so that's kind of my baseline for a Mexican restaurant.
I like to try their asada. If they can give me a good slab of asada and it's delicious, then you're pretty much good to go. It's gonna burn my fingers because of how it's burning.
All right. Well, actually, I'm pretty much done. If you want to wrap up,
I'm gonna have to cut to another one if we're gonna do the Blackbird because this guy is just.
that should be it for the show because I got no more notes.
Well, we can still argue about food. Don't worry.
But yeah, so as Miguel struggles with the last bit of a cigar there, I'm gonna wrap this one up too. It's actually still smoking pretty well. Still a little bit of a wavy burn, but not a big deal.
Well, do you wanna give people what they want to see then? We're about to end of that thing.
Oh, I was gonna finish it.
You're not gonna pull the what do you call it out?
Oh shit! All right, fine. Here we
Look
go.
at my wrapper is just. I'm wrapperless.
Oh, I hear the crunching now because I'm tearing it apart.
Guys, my whole wrapper is finally done. I want to say this was my fault more than the cigar itself. It was very nice flavors until this part right here. I think I'll take a couple puffs off it, but I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. Oh, that's black coffee. That is like unsweetened, very dark black coffee right there after those flavors. Not bitter, though. Not as bitter as I thought it was going to be.
All right, I don't care what you say. That is a twig.
Oh, that's just a nice leaf.
That is a twig. I don't know if you guys can see it. I did pull that out from this cigar. It wasn't really affecting the quality of the burn or anything like that. But look at that. There's another stem.
That's just this is nothing.
That'll burn through just fine.
That guy's nothing. Okay, the other one I'll give you credit for. That one's big. That other one that you pulled, nothing.
Yeah, for the most part, these little stems, you guys, those will burn through just fine.
All of them will.
But it's these bigger ones that you guys, I think, should watch out for.
It's still a leaf. It's still gonna burn. Just don't eat the grape anymore, Frankie.
That lady was a bitch.
She did nothing wrong.
That lady was having a shitty day, and she took it out on me.
She assumed that we knew what we were doing by eating cheese.
Well, she assumed wrong.
She did assume wrong. That was on me as well. And I love cheese. I love cheese and pepperoni plates. Well, that's a whole nother story. Frankie is still tearing apart for those watching, or those listening, on the podcast. Definitely go to the YouTube channel.
Oh, come on.
All right, bring those closer to the camera. See if you can.
Those are twigs, guys.
No, that's not going to work. Let's see right there in the dark spot of the.
Those are definitely twigs. Those are not stems.
See if I can hear a good crunch sound with that. And the mic, no, it's very pliable.
Which is a good sign.
Yeah, I don't know. Would that mean that it's harder to burn though?
No, that'll mean it burn right through.
If it's pliable?
Yeah, because it's got oils in it.
Okay, I could see that. I guess that wraps it up for us for today. I'm just gonna say, Vato Cigars and the lounge itself, I am a fan of. I want to go check it out more. I want to have that all-you-can-smoke cigar bar. I want to beat their record of 10 in 8 hours. I am gonna go 12 in 8 hours. I'm gonna chew up that person.
Get two of them.
Yep. And I'm gonna celebrate with some cheese and grapes, not together.
Yeah, I definitely give this cigar high marks. We're gonna never have to review it, do a full-on review.
Yeah, smaller ring gauge, I think.
Yes,
would be preferable.
If you're, I promise I'll try not to tear that one apart. I wasn't going to. I was gonna finish this guy up, but Miguel challenged my manhood, so it is what it is, guys.
Yeah. Why don't you eat that grape with it, Frankie? Next time, come on.
Negative, sir.
All right, I'm gonna wrap this out. Do you want to give us the closing numbers?
There we go, another one, guys. And again, this is no negative reflection on their cigar. Again, these would have burned through just fine.
It was burning just fine.
It was burning just fine. This is just something I like to do. I don't care if it's a inexpensive house blend. I don't care if it's my Oliva Serie V. If I find stems that I can feel, I will start to pull it apart. After every show on Tuesday, if I feel one, I'll start going to town on that cigar. So
you and Chris from East Coast.
Yeah, so this, again, is no reflection negatively on this cigar. It's just something that I like to do. It's my cigar. I can do what I want. I'm a grown-ass man. All right, guys. Don't eat the grape. Yes, thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoyed this. You guys can also check out the audio tomorrow on the podcast. We'll be on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, and iTunes. What was that? No, we're not on there.
Yeah, I know. I want to trick you.
We're not on Spotify,
we're not
sir.
On Spotify.
Of course, you guys, we have our live show on Saturday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, we'll be live Tuesday morning at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for our other live show. We have reviews getting posted all the time to YouTube, as well as new articles coming down on the website, thebakersfieldgentleman.com. You guys can look at us at Instagram and Twitter, the BakersfieldGent661, not the Bakersfield Gentleman, BakersfieldGent661 on Instagram and Twitter. If you guys want to help support the show, you guys can check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/BacoGent661. Don't forget, you guys, donate to Cigars for Warriors when and where you can. Every little bit is greatly appreciated. It goes to helping out a really great cause. And don't forget to sign up again or sign up for the first time for Cigar Rights. They do a great thing where you pay $44 a month for a year, and then you're a lifetime member, which is actually a really good deal as opposed to paying every month or once a year, in my opinion, guys. All right. Give us some feedback and let us know what you guys thought of the show. Make sure you guys give us a review on whatever platform you listen to the podcast on. Or if you haven't already done so, make sure you give us a subscribe on YouTube, you guys. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Don't eat the grape.
Get that right.